The IronGran. There's just no stopping this 78-year-old Ironman triathlete nicknamed the IronGran. Brocklesby is the oldest British woman to have completed an Ironman, the world's toughest triathlon challenge, comprising of a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, and a full 26.2-mile marathon.Ideally. She says it would be in Lanzarote, which has always been Brocklesby's favorite place to train.
The water is crystal clear. The routes of the bike just take you through all the beautiful parts of the island. The run is always fun. You're going past the bars late at night and, another lap of the run and the disc jockey plays "Don't Stop Me Now" every time I come through, she added.
The RAAM is one of the longest annual endurance events in the world, where participants have 9 days to ride from the west coast to the east coast of the United States, or approximately 3,000 miles. As they did in 2013 and 2019, Brocklesby will be one of the 4 Serpentine Golden Girls to ride in a female relay team with an average age of 70.
I'll bring the average age of the team up, Brocklesby jokes. My friend has pointed out, to my horror, I'd be 80 and the oldest woman to have done RAM. The late bloomer. I can remember going up to watch a friend doing the Nottingham Marathon that was round the university that my husband and I had been up. She recalls from the time she lived in Northampton several years ago. I came back to my husband and said, I'd love to do a half marathon. And he said, you couldn't even go 3 miles into Northampton. And I think, yes, I can, was the challenge that got me going. In her book, IronGran, How Keeping Fit Taught Me That Getting Older Needn't Mean Slowing Down, Brocklesby says that her running group of friends helped her to deal with the premature death of her husband. I had to learn how to swim by the time she reached 60. Brocklesby thought that learning how to swim could also be therapeutic. At school, I'd done a tiny bit of swimming, but never a full length of the swimming pool. So I had a lesson and started to swim. And actually did a whole length for the first time, she said. Swimming, however, remains Brocklesby's greatest challenge. Road cycling is her favorite of the 3 disciplines that make up the triathlon. Although, as she admits in her book, there were some early teething problems in climbing steep hills. I recall the embarrassment of having to walk my new giant bike up the final bend of the Box Hill zigzag, she wrote of the Surrey Peak. I was not used to road cycling and was really struggling on the steep ascent. Brocklesby's pursuit of athletic development also inspired her to try and convince other people that age is just a number. It is quite a privilege to know that you're able to, and that's why I got Silverfit going, Brocklesby reveals. Silverfit is a London charity that promotes healthier aging through physical activity and social connectivity. People meet up, sometimes have refreshments, then they do an activity, Brocklesby says. Silverfit now runs activities in 17 different venues across London with 46 different classes, including Pilates, Nordic walking, walking football, Bollywood fitness and silver cheerleading. We started in Hyde Park and then very quickly moved out to Burgess Park, said Brocklesby, referring to a couple of London's green spaces. She adds that she has always tried to set up new activities in areas of economic deprivation and diversity, where actually you can make a greater difference for the population there. Her involvement in charitable programs brought her to win different prizes, such as the Pride of Sport Award and the British Empire Medal for services to the health and well-being of older people. Brushes with royalty. 2 years ago, Brocklesby was invited to the centenary celebrations of the National Council for Voluntary Organisation hosted by Queen Elizabeth II herself. I had absolutely no expectations that I would actually meet our Queen, Brocklesby reveals. We assembled in a large hall within the historic Windsor Castle. There we were greeted with champagne and the most incredible nibbles. A queue started to form from that room to go through an open archway into another large hall. Only as I joined the queue and moved up slowly to get within a few feet of the door did I realize the Queen was just on the other side, individually greeting each guest. I went through, her equerry announced, Dr. Brocklesby, Silverfit. How lovely, she said as she shook my hand, and I curtsied before her. Brushes with royalty aside, Brocklesby's life is now committed to sharing a more popular message. That you enjoy aging. You are encouraging other people that it's never too late to start getting a bit more active and to have fun. I think it's so important to make the experiences fun.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.